Welcome to Gene and Mike to the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. So, on a scant 13 days until EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh.
Yes.
Did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And did you soar while you were doing this crossword, or did you become sore while you were doing this crossword?
The answer to that is neither.
Neither, okay. Or neither, depending on where you're from, yes. And what did you think of this crossword?
Well, I thought it was a really good theme.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen one quite like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good Tuesday puzzle. Not too tough.
Mm-hmm.
But the theme was really fun, and it involved a number of clues that had circled letters right kind of in the middle of them, and the answers to those clues were LaGuardia, the airport, Hanna-Barbera, the cartoon production company that did Scooby-Doo,
Yay.
Ache for, and Dopamine Rush.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out that all of the circled letters started with the letter A, and then the letters following spelled out the name of a profession. So like LaGuardia, the first A is circled, and then after that you have G-U-A-R-D, a guard.
Right.
Then in Hanna-Barbera, it's the second A in Hanna, and then you have B-A-R-B-E-R, a barber. And then in ache for, you have A, and then C-H-E-F circled, so a chef. And finally in Dopamine Rush, you have A with M-I-N-E-R, minor, following it. So the letter A and then a profession. Mm-hmm. And the revealer clue made it all make sense. 54 across, outstanding effort or a feature of the themed clues. And that was A plus work.
Yep.
So you had A plus and then some type of work.
Mm-hmm.
Be it chef or miner or barber or guard.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the theme. I thought, wow, that is very clever.
Yep.
And I think it might have taken kind of a lot of effort to find for phrases or words that had an A followed by a profession.
Yes. So, I think we should give the person who created this crossword, Jesse Guzman, an A+.
Very good. Yes. Yep. A+ work, Jesse.
Very nice. Yeah. And then cute, just.
Yeah, it was.
Just
It
nice,
was very, very cute.
Perfect Tuesday theme.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There were many other good clues here. I liked 5 down, unruffled, serene.
Serene.
I just like the word serene.
It's
almost
a great word.
Onomatopoetic, it just serene. Just the word itself is calming.
Yes, that is true.
We had 13 across, made me think even once was ever.
That's right.
And 17 down was, if I can find it here, mystery writer Christie, Agatha. The BBC right now has a documentary on, and they've gotten someone who sort of looks vaguely like Agatha Christie sounds exactly like Agatha Christie, telling about how she wrote.
Wow.
Yeah, at first I thought, oh, they brought her back from the dead, or they're using AI, but it's just an actress who looks like her.
Must be a very good actress.
A very good actress indeed, yeah.
I liked a 22 down, a bad mouth. And the answer was asperse.
Yes.
That's a great word.
Yep.
I don't use that one very often, but asperse.
Hopefully you don't get to hear it too often.
No, that's right.
23 down was disagreements, beefs. Yeah. And there used to be a show on a radio station called CJOB, and it was beefs and bouquets. Oh. And people would phone in and they'd either have a beef or a bouquet.
Oh. Okay.
I think we need more shows like that. It'd probably mainly be beefs at this point, I suspect.
20 down, no name, rando.
Yes.
That's becoming more and more common, that sort of word, rando. It's not really a word, but...
I didn't realize, though, it had a connotation of no name. I mean, I guess it is. It's just some rando does this, but
Right.
it's just, it's true. You don't know who they are. So,
But it's just, to me, kind of lazy. Just
Really?
say random. I mean,
No, because
how hard is it to put an M on the end?
but in this case, they're trying to identify a person, right? So it's
Random person?
well,
That'd
no,
be a no-name person.
they'd have to say random. Hey, there's a random, and I think rando sort of identifies it. It's a unique word. I mainly.
I don't know.
I mainly agree with your regards to slang, but in this case, I don't know. I'm okay. Let's have our listeners weigh in. Listeners, how many of you are offended by rando? In other words, you have a beef. And how many of you like rando? In other words, you have a bouquet. If this was a radio station, we could have people call in.
I am not offended by rando, but I just think it's kind of odd that you couldn't just say random.
It's the way the language evolves.
I guess.
It's the beauty of
Rando.
It's the beauty of English. I did notice we had 29 across. Went fast was sped, and yesterday we had vanity plates. Fast car.
That's right. Yes.
So I think Will's been pulled over lately and is
Could be.
trying to work on his anger through the crossword editing process.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 35 down was Rock Out on Stage, question mark, and it was Chris.
Chris Rock.
That was sort of cute. Mm-hmm. 45 across was brilliant. 45 across was cheddar, dough, bacon, or cabbage. Moolah.
That's right.
That was really an awesome clue.
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm.
It took me
we had dinero a day or two ago,
True.
Right? And now we've got moolah.
It took me a while though. I mean, I could hone in on dough, and somehow the rest of them sounded like they might be involving money. But
yes.
The only one that really leapt out at me was dough. But cheddar sort of did as well. Mm-hmm. I wonder why mozzarella has not made it.
It's not valuable enough.
It's like you can imagine a robbery. Hey, hand over your mozzarella or your feta or your brie or whatever. No,
and it's harder to spell.
I hope you like my my robber voice.
Yes. Scares me.
I've been working hard, and scares me too. 46 down was set of tenets, and I thought credo.
Me too.
And then I decided creed because it sounded close to credo. Mm-hmm. Turned out it was dogma.
Dogma, yes.
Which made me think about cat paw. But if you have a dogma, shouldn't you have a cat paw? But
I suppose you could.
Maybe not. Mm-hmm. I thought it was cute that we had 47 down, celebrity who sometimes put gifts under her audience members' seats. That was Oprah.
Yes.
And then we also had 49 across, La Traviata and La Boheme, operas.
Yes.
So we had opera and operas.
Yeah, they crossed at the P.
Yes.
That just seemed appropriate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's ever been in an opera.
I don't believe so. I don't believe she's a singer.
We had 50 across, capital of Canada, Ottawa.
I got that right away.
Yeah, me too. Home of Mark Carney.
That's right.
For those of you unfamiliar with Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada.
That's right.
57 across was Windows is to Microsoft as blank as to Apple, and the answer was Mac OS.
Yes.
Now, Apple has always insisted, all the time, that the MAC be lowercase and the OS be capitalized.
Oh, really?
But they were not able to convince the New York Times
no.
I wonder if they'll ever have lowercase letters.
No.
I think they should.
I think I can answer that.
Well,
no.
never is a long time. I think they should do it. I think they should, maybe for April Fools. And then you have to figure out the capitalization. And the wordplay people would try and burn down the New York Times building. They'd be so mad.
I think so.
But maybe they'd be cheered up by 58 across. Place for a coin collection, sofa.
Yeah, that was funny.
And the one next to it, 59 across, body part covered by a cap, knee.
Yeah.
Did you put head first?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You went right for knee?
I went right for knee.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, because I had 42 down, spiky hairdos, mohawks.
Yes, that was pretty straightforward,
and
I thought.
mohawks, you still see people who have mohawks. They were kind of a fad there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
and then sort of fell out. But I don't know. You always see at least somebody. Yeah.
And then to wrap this one up, we had 61 across. Obedience class command was heal.
Yep.
And then 62 across was obedience class command, stay.
Yes.
Heal and stay. So, nice work, Jesse.
Very nice.
Jesse Guzman, his 4th New York Times crossword.
He's cooking.
Yep, indeed. All right. It is Tuesday.
That is true.
Which means it's time for Triplet Tuesday.
Do, 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 do.
And for new listeners and old listeners with bad memories, Triplet Tuesday is where one of us reads 3 clues to the other. The answer to all 3 clues is one 3-letter answer, and the object is to guess that answer in as few clues as possible. We do it 3 times, hence the name Triplet Tuesday.
Yep.
And today, I believe I will be posing the questions.
Yes, you will.
Unless you also have clues.
Nope.
But okay, all right, here we go. Your first clue is scope.
Scope?
Correct.
Scope. Spy.
Incorrect, but great answer. Knowledge.
Knowledge. Knowledge. Scope. Like Ken?
Right.
Ken, yeah.
Nice job. Your third clue would have been Ryan Gosling's role in Barbie.
I would have known that.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you'd get knowledge because I remember before there had been a clue where you had trouble with Ken.
Yes. Well, I learned.
Yes, indeed. All right, well done. Got it in 2. Okay, here we go. Perform an operation.
Perform an...
She's thinking it over, listeners.
I'm going to say ad.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I knew it wasn't going to be like, suture.
Well, I was hoping you were going to say cut.
No.
All right, nice job. Got it in
that's
1.
the only operation I could think of. But operations have just 3 letters. Ads. But yeah.
There's mod, but I mean that's actually short for modulus. Anything to blank was your second clue, and something to do, spelled S-U-M, was your third. All right, here we go. Your third set of clues. You're just acing these. Bunny blank.
Bunny blank. Bunny hop.
Nope. Warm hello.
Warm hello. Warm hello. Bunny. Like warm hello.
She's thinking it over, listeners. You can see the wheels turning.
Bunny.
And the LEDs lighting up.
Warm hello.
She might be an AI agent. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you still there? Okay, yes, carry on.
A warm hello.
Warm hello, bunny blank.
Bunny blank. Bunny blank. And a warm hello. Oh, I'm just drawing a blank.
Okay, your third one, embrace.
Hug.
Hug. Have you ever heard of a bunny hug?
No.
There's such a thing, apparently, as a bunny hug.
Never heard of that in my life.
Well, you have now.
And of course, you would pick that.
It was the first one. Warm hello. I thought you'd have a better chance with it.
Warm hello.
A warm hello. Well, hello. Hug.
Well, okay.
Nicely done. Let's see. You got it in 2, 1, and 3. An average of 2.
Yep.
That's an A+ as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed. That is it for today, then. So thanks, everyone, for listening. Wednesday's crossword is going to be out shortly. We're going to tackle it and hope you will too, and come back to hear us talk about it tomorrow.
Bye-bye.